Hello, Complication Tubers, and welcome back to Let's Play Fire Emblem 4 with me, BlueAnkylo. So, sort of a warning at the beginning of today's episode, there's a couple things. Getting my plan set up for defeating Sutsoff has been very tricky, and I've had to resort to some shenanigans, but I will explain that shortly. So, prepare for a little bit of save state abuse, essentially, is what was required. And secondly, if my voice is off, I'm probably getting a bit of a sick sore throat going on. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see how long I last, but if there's some cuts this video, that's probably what it is. Just me taking a break. I could take a couple days off, but I really want to keep playing the game, and I just put a lot of time into trying to figure out this this chapter. So essentially what I was doing last episode was, this guy gets his 10 range, whatever the name, Fenrir or something, tome. And he just wipes out, generally kills Julia instantly and Patty in one hit. And I was trying to figure out a way to get through it. And I forgot that technically we do have a physics staff. So if we had brought Lana, we would have someone who could heal at range. Now, that means you don't have to have a healer inside of his 10 square range, which conveniently goes to about this tile here. But yeah, you could have a healer stand outside of his range, healing someone who is inside his range with Physic, and that would be one solution. You can also send Fee up there. She can just fly right over and attack him. I don't think she does particularly well, though. She can attack with the Javelin from here or here, but he does a lot of damage, like 41 basic damage he can counter with at 122 accuracy. She can only take one hit of that as well, so, and it's just barely one. Like 41 minus 9 is 32, so she only has 3 HP. And I don't think she has, like, I think her odds of actually winning that fight are really, really small. So that was two sort of ideas sort of quenched. What I did read up on, for the most part, is the way it's sort of recommended, and I think the way most people beat this one, is instead of having Shannon run away like I did with Patty, it's basically have Shannon kill all the Dark Mages, kill this Dark Mage, and then move up and kill the boss, because Shannon does one round the boss. The problem is, this is totally down to RNG, and I don't like it because it's not a very safe strat. It's just the quickest, it's probably more reliable than what I'm doing, but it's still really not safe. You remember before, either last episode or the one before, I did the math. On player phase, Shannon can kill the level 1 Dark Mages in one strike. So there's 3 here and 1 down here. To get the triple pack killed, we have to kill one, withstand 2 attacks, kill another one, withstand 1 attack, and then kill the final one. To kill the one down here, you probably can kill him without a counterattack. But that's 3 attacks, and sure, with the Balmung equipped, it's only a 16% chance to hit. But Shannon can only take 1 hit, and you probably, like, there's no way to get Lana from your home base all the way over to be healing. So there's no, what am I trying to say? There's no healing items, there's no healers. You just need to get lucky. So 16% means, I think on average, Shannon can basically dodge 2 out of 3 is probably safe to say. But then you have to kill this guy, who Shannon doesn't single shot. 48 damage, minus 7 defense. So this guy gets a counterattack. This is going to be slightly higher than 16%. So 110 minus 90. Oh, that's still pretty... No, this counts... Oh, no, that's probably true. So, Seliph nowhere near. So, we had 3 16%. The counterattack from this guy would be about 20%, give or take, because it's a higher level. So again, we can only take 1 of these. They all bring... Any one of these hits brings Shannon down to dying in second hit. So, that's 4 strikes that he has to only take 1 out of. 16, 16, 16, 20. And then the same thing with the boss. He doesn't one-shot the boss, he one-rounds it, so the boss also gets an attack. The boss, though, has better accuracy, 122. So this time it's more like 32% to hit. And we did get a level up with Shannon or 2, so it's not like the numbers are not exact, but say around 16, 16, 16, around 20, around 32. And if one of those hits, Shannon survives, and the boss dies, and these guys disappear, I think Shannon has a guaranteed 100% hit, so it's fine. Shannon can kill these guys, but you're still basically banking on, out of 5 attacks, only 1 hitting. And I think that's just at the point where the odds are against you. You can probably RNG abuse to get through it, but I didn't want to make that play because it seemed really sketchy. That's not like a good strategy. That's a, well, if he dies, we restart strategy. And that's not what I'm trying to play Fire Emblem 4 on. So I didn't do it, even though that does seem to be the recommended plan for this one. Because otherwise, basically, if you're moving Seliph and the rest of the team up, we went pretty quick. I mean, you might have been able to get a little bit faster, but I think he always gets his tone back if you wait for reinforcements. So you might be able to make it through the lower section faster than I did, but you're still going to have to engage from the left while he has Fenrir and kill one of the mages to get into range. And Shannon can do that, and I guess if you sent Lana, maybe the safe strat is to run away and then have Lana heal Shannon while he kills this guy and gets in there. In fact, if you killed the 3 mages, and I did kill the 3 at... No, we killed them over here, but, like, Shannon could probably kill those 3 mages on his own most of the time, as long as Lana gets over here, so that Lana can heal Shannon after possibly taking a hit from this guy, then Shannon can attack without any risk of dying. But that would require moving Lana over super, super fast, and maybe that's the actual safe strategy. I just sort of winging it at this point. Anyway, this is not going to work. Well, I'm not going to restart the map. Basically, my logic was, last few episodes, we've seen all of our characters grow. We saw our level ups, our strategy down south with Leaf basically work. You know, we got lots of gold on Fee. So, you know, most of the stuff, everything else except Zutov was successful. So I don't really want to lose that. So now, my only kind of counter plan was to get my army to the west through his range without having Julia die. And if you remember, we were on this save here at the end of last episode. Basically, we can't get Julia out of his range, and she has to survive 2 hits, or Patty has to survive 1 hit. And it's like 80-something% to hit Patty and like 90-something% to hit Julia, even if you try to factor in some support bonuses or leadership from Seliph. So that was not going to happen normally. So my solution was to take Lana, who had the warp staff, warp Johan, because he had not completed the arena. He's almost one of the only people who hadn't finished the arena. So I warped him back without wasting a turn. Just, you know, he didn't move. Once he's in Revo, he can go to the arena, and every time he fights in the arena, even if he loses, which he does lose all the time, our random numbers proceed by 1. And it took a very long time to get to the point where neither Patty or Julia died, and I was starting to think that what was happening was, if Patty would survive, which should happen about 1 in 10 times, give or take, and it was happening, even though I'd have, like, I can show you here. This is the save that's going to work, so I might as well get this going. This was my setup, is to have Seliph in range of Julia to give her some chance to dodge, and Patty not in range, so she only has to dodge once because she's faster. But what seemed to happen is 9 times out of 10 he would kill Patty, and then on that 1 out of 10 where he probably wouldn't kill Patty, he'd attack Julia, miss, and then get a second attack and kill her. So I don't know for sure, but it feels like the AI kind of knows if their attack is going to hit, and they choose the one that will get them the kill, because I don't know, this would be super cheaty, but it's definitely possible that the game is programmed to know when their attack is going to hit or miss before it happens, and to make the smart choice if you had that pre-knowledge beforehand. So it took a very long time, and I think it was like at the point where Julia can dodge twice, that's when finally we're through. So I don't know how many times I've sent Johan to the arena now, but I saved it on the point where it should work. So if we end turn right now, theoretically, Zutsoff will miss. Now, I've tested a little bit further because it's more complicated than that, because we still have to kill him. And this just gets Julia out of the way. There's two other problems. One is killing Zutsoff. The other is we've wasted so much time at this point, I guess, that this ruffian is going to take over this town, which has a very important item in it. And I double-checked, you cannot fly over there. It's all yellow tile, no-fly zone. So you cannot rescue this village until Zutsoff is dead, basically. So, what that means is Fee is not going to fly up here anyway. Fee is going to fly to the west, and she's going to position herself near the village so that as soon as we can, we're going to rescue it. And if I do this correctly, I think we managed to save the village with, like, one house left, so that we can eventually pick up a valuable ring. There's not much going on with Leaf and Finn and Nana. They don't really have anything to do because they can't get past this tile either for now, so they're going to hold back, probably around here. These guys don't have anything to do. They're going to stay there. I'm going to start moving Johan down. He's at 1 HP, of course, but we'll send him down towards Lana and get him healed, because we will want units down here. But the trick is, of course, Zutsoff. So that's what we're going to focus on surviving. I sure hope I put the right save state down here. So he's going for Patty, and for the first time ever, it should be a miss. Now you can see she had a 16% chance to dodge, but I swear getting the setup was worse than that. It took a lot of tries because usually he killed her, but then when he didn't, it seems like he just targeted Julia instead. And then because he's got 2 shots on her, he would always hit her once. So anyway, it took me quite a while. I'm not super proud that this is what it turned into, but otherwise I was going to have to restart the whole chapter, and then you would have lost out on your progression from the, in terms of, whatever you want to call it, continuity for the Let's Play. And then having to redo it all is no fun either, so. Anyway, that was my story. So, now that we're basically safe to move out of his range, we're going to move around the mountain. It's going to take a couple turns. And honestly, I really only need, like, Shannon here. But it still is kind of a random RNG thing. Although, technically, we also need Selef to seize. So that's important as well. So what I'm going to do is just move these guys out of his range. I'm not going to keep moving them every turn. I might send Lester as a sort of backup strat. Lester will at least have a shot from range, but it's going to basically come down to Shannon. So hopefully Shannon can pull this off. I did test it, and I was able to kill him without losing anybody. But like I said, I kind of feel like there is some random variance based on his hit rate. It's still not a guarantee. Like, I don't like this plan because it's not really planned out. We could still have a death depending on our percentages. So anyway, when you're playing Fire Emblem, in my opinion anyway, you should try not to set up a turn where you have a chance of death, because you're just asking for a hurt, and then you have to either save scum your way through or accept that someone is dead forever, and that's I consider kind of bad play typically. Unless you're playing, like some Fire Emblems, right, where you can only deploy, 10 or 12 out of 50. Letting 1 or 2 people die on that isn't the end of the world. But on this one, you can always deploy everyone, so letting people die seems like you're just lowering your force strength every time someone dies. And because it has an autosave every turn, I don't think you're really intended to leave people dead. Like, it's kind of like playing 3 houses with the Divine Pulse. I don't think you're really meant to just accept losses, really, even if you're playing classic mode on the new games. It's like, this is what Divine Pulse is for. Just go back and save them. And I know some people like to play it Iron Man. That's fine, but especially on my first run, I really don't want to accept... Well, I feel like having Julia die right now would just be terrible, like, for the long-term prospects of the Let's Play. Alright, we're not going to charge in this turn, but we'll probably charge in next turn, because I got to save that village. So we're just positioning people just outside of his range. Unfortunately, there's basically nothing I can do to give a healer up here. If I had sent Lana up, I don't think she would have made it through the desert anyway. But maybe I could have gotten her in range to do some heals. Maybe with Physic, but I still think we basically had to do this with no heals because Julia just gets one shot. One rounded. Alright, so now we've got a certain number of turns to save that village. Alright, so just we can move in, but we can't attack this turn no matter what we do. So someone is going to take a Fenrir. I mean, I don't know what else I can do besides move people in range of Seliph and hope that he misses. If it hits on Shannon, we've got a big problem. Also, this might be a big problem. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This, yeah, hold on. This was a big mistake. This all very much relies on Shannon being able to win in the next 2 turns. Sorry about that. Should have prioritized Shannon. He's got to move up first. Ulster is mostly just Fenrir bait, and same thing with Larcy. I'll move them up. Just, you never know, maybe they'll be able to do something, but chances are they're just bait for his ranged magic. Alright, that's everybody. Oh, no, not quite. Now, as far as I can tell, we're not, other than this village, we're not really in a rush to take this over or to move forward after we take it over. The main rush early game in this chapter was to defend your villages here and your castle at Leonster. And then the second rush is to try to either kill the boss before he gets Fenrir or find a safe way to take him out before the village gets burned. Alright, here we go. Number 1. He's on Larcy, which is fine. If she gets hit, I should be able to move her out of range, basically. Basically, just back off. And if it's about a 50-50 she dodges, that's great. And I think that's the last village on the map, too. So once we save that, we're kind of done with villages. Okay, so Shannon can't attack the boss this turn no matter what I do, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically what he is going to be is responsible for killing this guy with no counter. No, that's not possible. So that's that 20%. The problem is if I attack with Lester, we don't kill. We have an 80% chance of taking a counterattack. And then because Lester won't be able to Canto out of range of the boss. If the boss hits him, he's dead. And there's basically nothing I can do about it. Again, if I had Physic, that would be safer. What about Larcy? What is her odds? If I had given the Brave Sword to Larcy, that may have been a smarter play. But I don't think... Oh, right. Hold on. We can, yeah. Okay. Duh. Silly Blue. We can give Shannon basically 100% not to take damage. There you go. That's what you do. I knew I had a plan. I just forgot it. It's been a couple days since I played. I spent a long time. Also, I think he got Adept, so that also helps. That is something to consider if you're trying to calculate his chance of soloing the entire area on his own. He has a chance to not get countered whenever he procs Adepts. So, or Astra. Adept or Astra. So that obviously saves him a counterattack on one of these guys or on the boss. I think at this point the only way this fails is if the boss hits him and then we get countered attack afterwards, basically. But everyone's in range of Seliph. I think this will be fine. And like I said, I put a fair amount of time into figuring this out between episodes, so. Maybe could have equipped the Killer Bow on Lester. It would have given him a little bit better evasion. But if he had taken the first hit, I would have pulled him out, and then he probably would have gone after, like, Larcy or Ulster or something. Maybe even Seliph, which would have been fine at this point. As long as he didn't go for Shannon. And Shannon, I don't know, Shannon, probably has the highest evasion without any question. In fact, in Selif's reign, in Selif's aura, he should have a pretty good evasion rate here, yeah. We could try to kill the Dark Mages for experience. Is it worth taking the damage? Maybe. Sure, why not? They're going to disappear when we kill the boss. But, even taking a hit here to get a bit of XP is fine. Probably okay. Also, we recover a fair amount from Soul, so that's quite nice. Not that these guys give you very much experience. Level 7. Yeah, I don't know if this is, like, this is definitely not necessary. I'm not sure if it's even smart, but... I like killing all the enemies rather than having them just disintegrate. Couldn't have got Astra first, could you? Oh yeah, she had the Paragon ring, so even better. HP, skill, speed, and luck. Pretty good level up. And now Shannon should have a guaranteed win here. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to seize on this turn, but there's really nothing I can do about that. But kill the boss. Actually, that's a good point. I don't know if those mages disappear when you kill the boss, or specifically when you seize. So it might have been necessary to kill them anyway. Glory to the Loptier Empire. I should probably do less voice acting, seeing as it's hurting my throat today. Oh yeah, and the bargain band. I mean, I was hoping to get that on someone who needed it. Shannon probably doesn't need it. But, no one else is going to be able to kill that boss the way I wanted. I don't think Seliph had any chance at all. So, it's fine. So, once we, seize the castle, something interesting will happen. You can look forward to that next turn. Nothing else to do here. And as it turns out, we're actually going to be able to rescue that village with time to spare. I think I went a little bit quicker this time. Now that I knew that the bandit there was going to burn that village down, I think I rushed around the corner a little bit quicker. Alright, Shannon, get out of the way. And Seliph Caesarino. So this is the Yid Shrine. It looks so sparse. The remnants of the Loptier Empire have hidden within the depths of the shrine for generations. They had no choice. Trying to build new lives on the surface would have led to their mass persecution, or even being burned at the stake. I suspect that at first they weren't really bad or unusual people, but before long their life here has twisted them into what we know them as today. I can hardly believe it. It's as if they were all being tortured for the sins of their long-dead imperial ancestors. All my life, these people have been branded as the Dark Cult or the Devil's Kin. I can barely imagine their pain. Don't be sympathetic to the people that are abducting children and sacrificing them to their evil Dark Lord God, who I believe was the Dark Lord that the Divine Nega, or whoever this game has, gave 12 holy weapons and bloodlines to defeat. Don't sympathize with these jerks. Hold a moment. This scribble on the wall, is that a child's penmanship? It's a prayer, and it begs for the return of the Dark God. Yeah, to murder everyone. See? Don't feel sympathetic, guys. Was Loptier the only hope for these people? Yeah, because they wanted to kill everyone else. That's the only way they were going to be happy. Yeah, consider this a lesson, Seliph. Good and evil can't be easily reduced to such... Don't listen to Lewin. If you must hate, hate the evil which lurks in us all. Not the individual. Never forget this. I don't agree. Literally possessed by a Dark Lord demon guy or something. Oh look, the map is different, yeah. So this was nice. I wasn't expecting this the first time through, but seeing as I had a little bit of a future look, I knew that this would help happen. We have a much easier escape route now, which is great, because having to walk all the way back was going to suck. So now we can head on south, and that'll save us a bunch of time. This is, of course, where I would have liked to end last episode, but, well... This is also why it wasn't such a big deal to take a little bit of damage, because now Julia has something to do. Alright. We haven't opened up the pass yet, but soon. Yid has fallen, has it? Heh, perfect. Open the border. We'll let them proceed through toward Fort Milligan. Let them wear themselves out some more, then strike their wide open backs. Yeah. It's almost too easy to be any fun, wouldn't you say, Jabaro? Just another hard day's work for you, sir. But hey, so long as you're paying the bills, my men have got nothing to complain about. About time we had a good fight, anyway. So we're gonna ignore Jan Barrow? Sounds like a terrible plan. Just march towards Melgan and get pincer attacked. The rebels have already taken Yid. Lisa, what do you make of the situation? I suspect their most likely aim is to come to the aid of the Leonster rebels. As it stands, Ishtor, your father is still preoccupied besieging them at Leonster. He failed. Should they reach Ulster and strike while he's occupied, the results would be disastrous. It is imperative that we intercept them here and now. Our force will be more than enough. Indeed, my lord father could use the aid. Lisa, may I place you in command? Certainly. Leave everything to me, my lord. I confess I'd rather keep you away from the eye of the storm, but there's nobody I could ever trust more than you. My apologies, Lisa. Rest assured, my lord, you've nothing to worry about. Just, please, Ishtor, be careful. Now, excuse me. Men, move out. Assume the position. That's a fair number of men. So, defensive ranks. That is a tough formation. Armor guys, bow guys, lots of mages, ballista. Alright, you can stop burning down that village now. You jerk. But now we should be able to fly over these mountains. Yeah. We still can't go to this castle, but we can at least go over here and kill this dude. Can we, Yeah, we've got 2 turns. It's probably better to steal his money and then kill him. Yeah, we've got enough turns to do this. And there's no way he kills Fee with using the Thief Sword. Add 1 turn to the fight to get 5,000 gold. I think that's worth it. We'll lose 500, we'll gain 5,000, that's fine. Alright, so, this is a big army. Can we still can't cross through these areas, I believe, seeing as we've got blockers. You know, one thing that's kind of funny, talking about Bloom. How in the world could you defeat and seize this castle at Yed before Leif already wiped out all the army of this one? Like, they talk as if... Ishtor talks as if his father is still hunting down Leif. But Leif, I'm sure, always defeats that army way before Seliph can get here. This is kind of a timing issue for the narration. Anyway, we've got Ballista. We've got Lisa, the Thunder Mage. Lots of authority. We've got Thunder Mages. Lots of Thunder Mages, basically. Fire beats Thunder. We've only got... No, Thunder beats Fire. So Wind is good. I even have a Mage with Wind. So Arthur will work out pretty well against the Mages. I mean, except that there's like 5 of them. 6 of them. Yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle that formation yet. We're going to want to wait till everyone gathers up. Like, I was thinking having people down here to rush south would be good, but nah. There's no way. Maybe I... Do you think Oifi could have saved this village? He would have had maybe 5 turns. he might have been able to make it in time if I'd rushed him over, but I think Fee was still the smarter play for that as well. So we'll gather everybody up. We'll start moving south. We do have a thief now, so we can use the give gold command. It would have been nice for Patty to get the bargain band too, because she doesn't come with bargain. Do started with bargain, but I guess it was not a thief skill, that was just a do skill. Okay, just thinking it out. Boy, Mend is a good staff. I still have not looked up the formula, but why would you ever need Restore for full HP heals when Mend basically does that anyway for cheaper? So there is like a little upper edge. The plan might be to deploy along here and then do some skirmishing from the side with some cav. It's probably the only way. That's probably a nice way to pull the fight. Like, Lester could probably. Well, what? Well, maybe if I put someone here, maybe the mage would move up, but nobody else. Like, it depends on if they're all linked and they all move together, or if they. But yeah, I think this is the side we want to pull from, and that keeps us more out of range of the ballista. And heck, if they all try to funnel through this, that'd be way better than running through the plains. Now, I might get ambushed anyway. I'm not 100% sure what's going to happen. But the Darna troops did say, you know, we're going to wait and then kill them later, so. For the moment, we're going to move down to the pass, at least. And technically, in case you're wondering, I still had the return staff here. I could have had Finn and Leaf meet up and walk down this road as well. But Nana would have been stuck over here, and I didn't want to do that. If you pass down the return band on Nana's mother, that would be pretty cool. Oh ho 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 ho! Lean, was it? That was quite the dance there. Come hither, I have a little reward. Ew, how rude! You get off your butt and come over here if you've got something to give me. Oh, as cute as the fiery heart is, melting off at me so violently, I can't say I care so much for that. Bring her to me. What? What are you doing? Let go of me, you animals! Hold! Take your hands off the girl, craven scum. What? And who exactly are you? I'm sorry for the voice acting, I just can't keep it up today. A common sellsword? Turn your blade on your employer. Nobody shall ever lay a hand on her, lest you face severe consequences. Are we clear? Gah! What is this sorry little pantomime? Seize him, and his little life. Ah, you all see my sword, correct? I trust I need not introduce the demon blade. Beware! Mistletoe craves the blood of men. Who dares to come forth and slake its thirst? Mistletoe? The one and only demon blade? It can't be! Oh, but it can. It is indeed I, Ares, the Black Knight. My deepest apologies, sir. I was just jesting about. Look, I'll never lay hands on the darling ever again. Right? Forgive me, please. Very well. Lean, are you unharmed? Yeah, thanks, Ares. God damn them both! I'll make them suffer. You'll see. Should've just killed him when he had the chance. Alright, don't worry, village. A little bit birding. We're gonna save you. That's the one I want. I gotta remember, but that's the one I want Seliph to occupy, because we're gonna get a speed ring, or a shield ring, I think. Because I was gonna buy a shield ring for him anyway, because he's the Lord, he needs some defense. 12 defense isn't even all that bad, but I feel like the Lord needs it the most. You might make an argument for Leaf, but it's a long walk for Leaf, so we're not gonna do that. And Leaf's already got a speed ring, so he's got something. Alright, so for now, let's just move. I don't know, this is a lot of road tiles, so we can move pretty quick. I suppose that's one advantage of fighting sort of around here. Our units are cav, their units are not, so all these road tiles mean we get a ton of movement. Like, they get a bonus from roads, don't get me wrong, but cav get sort of more, essentially. Because of the way the road math works. A unit with 5 movement can only get a maximum of +2 on a road, I think. Whereas a unit with 8 or 9 movement can get +3 or 4, which is even better with Kanto, so... Hopefully I don't have to go through the math anymore to explain that. I mean, and it also makes, like, in intrinsic sense, I would say, cav work really well on open fields with high movement, and roads are just essentially super fields, so... Alright, let's use the sword, I guess. Wait, hold on. Well, the Brave Lance is almost at crit range, so let's instead get that Brave Lance ranked up. Because the Brave weapons, I feel, get the most use anyway. They're the easiest ones to get crit stars on, whatever you want to call it, the 50 kills. And they probably get the most value out of it because they attack twice, so... So very soon she will get critical. Now, she already has the critical skill, so that's fine. But basically, she will get more and more critical percent on Brave Lance. I think critical skill means they apply her skill stat automatically. So like right now, she's got a 13% chance to crit. And then maybe more if she's next to her lover, if she gets a lover or her sibling. But once we get past 50 stars, it'll be, you know, skill plus however many stars over 50 we have. At 100 kills, that's skill plus 50%, which is a lot of crits. Alright, that's everybody except the Leaf Brigade. Alright, now we will be getting Ares and Lean at some point on this map. Obviously, it's not happening just yet, but... This is a very big map. This is, I don't know if this is the biggest map in the game, but there's a lot of desert, so it takes a while. And there's a lot of castles. I guess what I like about it so far is that, you know, we had kind of 3 different groups to manage at the same time. If it wasn't for the last boss there having a kind of ridiculously strong... Yeah, we got lots of room. Having that ridiculously strong long-range tome, this would have been a really good map. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad map. I'm just saying that kind of soured my opinion of it. Because I'm still not 100% sure if I ever came up with a strategy that was, like, dependable to kill the boss. It seemed like no matter what I did, there was always going to be a chance that Shannon would die eventually. And it just comes down to those random dice rolls. Which is not great. Not great. But we're past it, so no use getting stuck on a little point like that. If we move to here, next turn he can move a long way. I guess technically this is closer because it's one desert either way. Oh boy, all these people with low movement. I'm gonna send Seliph through the desert and maybe... I feel like we probably lose as many movement points going around as we would just going straight through, basically. I don't know. Deserts suck. They always suck. Not sure what to do with Patty. There's really no bandits on this map that she can steal from, and she's only level 1, so... Oh, you know what? With the Sleep Edge, I bet you we can, she could probably clear the arena, eventually. We'll probably sell that. We're going to definitely sell 2 steel swords. Alright, we're not going to move past this line, and we'll figure it out you know, where we're gonna go. But I definitely want everyone to catch up first. Let me just double check when Ares and Lean join. Not till later. We're gonna have to go conquer Melgan. I'm pretty sure Ares has a horse, which is what I was kind of hoping for. I would like some more horses. I mean, I made his unit card already, so... It says, what does it say? Sword Knight or something? I guess what's probably going to happen is we'll conquer Melgan, and then I assume Darna will attack us, and that'll be when we deal with that. And then we will all join up to attack Alstra at the end. Alright, well, lots of just end turning here. Sorry for the sort of lack of combat episode, but it's either this or I off-camera it, which I guess in retrospect might have been okay. So if we have to conquer Melgan first, maybe I'll have Seliph go south first, and then eventually we're going to have to conquer Darna, so maybe I'll send Seliph to the town, you know, at the same time as we go to Darna, right? Alright, oh yeah, Patty. Patty needs to be kept separate, though. Alright, let's end turn, speed through. Just because, you know, I feel bad. So once everyone's down here, which won't take much longer, now we've got to come up with a strategy to win this thing. I definitely want Julia to get healed next turn. A lot of this is waiting on Julia with the lowest movement. Let's just speed through these girls healing each other. Nothing to really worry about. Okay, so everyone's full health. Everyone's in the same sort of generic area. So I guess I definitely want to try out my original strategy. I'm going to leave a save state here, so if this all fails, we can go back to this point, basically. Rather than just one turn at a time, basically. Yeah, because of the range of the ballista, we're definitely not able to lure any attacks. Well, technically, we could do one there, I guess. But it would be one guy, two guy. And, I mean, that might be okay. But I kind of think that this area will be better. Like, we kind of have a choke point down here. Because a lot of their units won't be able to go into the mountains at all. Armor Knights can't get into the mountains, period. Mages can, but, like, right here, essentially, this tile is a one-tile passage for anyone that's not light, like only the mages can go to the side. And we're out of range of the ballista up there. So that puts us in a really strong position. I feel like that's the sensible place. Plus, we have a Pegasus that we need to keep out of range of the ballista anyway. And a Pegasus can just fly over the mountains and cause trouble from the flanks. So I think, yeah, I mean, this is pretty much for sure, right? So who do we put in range anyway? How do we pull this battle? Thunder Magic, we could start it up with Arthur. He would be pretty good against a mage. Plus, I'd like to get him some level ups, so that's double whammy. I kind of think I'm going to put... Let's see, these guys have lances, right? Steel lances. So my sword guys are at a bit of disadvantage. This is a Johann. He's the only one with weapon triangle, basically, here. think I'll put Lester... I'm not going to send Lester up the side, but I'm going to keep him kind of... Because he can still shoot over the cliff anyway. Now, it's possible if I leave this area empty, the enemies will go, well, the closest unit is over here, so we'll all go this way. But I'm not sure if I can manipulate the enemy AI that well. But maybe I should try. So what I'll do is I'll leave the cav kind of over here, so they can move right and down if I want. But everyone that's a foot unit will go kind of to the pass. Yeah, I think this is an idea. Because if we can lure them through this side, this should be fairly easy. So we don't want to pull them this turn. Church and down. Yeah, we couldn't anyway. So we'll put them close, but out of range. We can now pull any turn we want. Let's get Fee nearby as well, so they're ready to go. And then we're going to want... We definitely want Seliph down for evasion and hit. And I think I'm still going to put all my swords guys over here. Because they can go through the mountains, basically. My Cav cannot. Well, I guess technically Oifi can. But Dermot, Johan, and Lester cannot go through the mountains. I might still wait another turn or two just to make sure my healers are all over here in the mountain protection pass. And if we do get attacked from behind, then I do have the Cav to guard us on the plains, right? So I still think I've got the right idea, but, you know, we'll find out soon. Probably next turn we'll attack. So we get our healers. Let's see. We do have a church here as well. That's like double the value. We have a church ready to go. Alright, Seliph will move here. I don't want to go, like, far onto the mountain tiles. I want to be on a mountain tile, but able to move onto plains so we don't get slowed down if we need to move quick. And I can't really see using Patty in the middle of a giant battle. Like, the time for Patty is when she can just do some relatively safe chip damage. I should try to get her a ranged sword as well, like usual. Maybe I should have saved the flame sword for her, but I gotta find something that is ranged. Because it was really nice on Do to be able to hit enemies from long range. And these guys are gonna stay there. Alright, next turn. Yeah, I'm not going to end the episode here, because I want to show off this fight, or at least get it started. If you made it watching this long, you just watched like half an hour of walking around, so... Okay, we put Arthur there. Now, someone has... 2 people have Charm, but one of them is Nana, to afar, and the other one is, Dermot. You know... This is a little bit out of position if we have to go this way, but it gives Arthur even more evasion and hit rate. And I didn't double check, but I wanted to make sure he was on Wind Magic so that he had the correct counter here. Because Wind Magic definitely trumps Thunder. Okay. Good thing we passed that down to him, hey? Alright, let's see how this goes, guys. Finally, some action. The big question is if one mage moves or if, like, everybody moves. If one mage moves, this is really easy. Alright, Arthur, 1 rounds, that's great. Yeah, there they go. Okay, so I would expect then everything moves. So possibly one thing to remember is it goes healers first, then mages, then archer knights, then lance knights. Because that does sort of affect their attack order. If that's... I think it's always the same in Fire Emblem 4. So paying attention to that is some advanced strategies. healers, was it healers, mages, archers? Or healers, archers, mages? Probably healers, mages, archers. So, one thing is... Now, this tile is not safe because the archer could stop there and shoot there. But this tile into the mountain is safe. So we could probably have Fee kill a mage and move over. Yeah. Totally worth it. Well, she might get hit by counter, but... Let's see, we're looking at 6 attack speed versus 2 attack speed. So she definitely gets 4 hits here. And even if she misses twice, she gets the kill. So it should be very high odds of getting a kill. But she'll probably take some damage. Or she'll just get lucky. Good job, Fee. I mean, she could have gotten an adept or a crit, so she had a lot of ways to get that. Very good level up. Skill, strength, speed, luck, HP. We'll pull her back and out of the way. So nothing can hit her there. And, yeah, I'm pretty happy about that. So I think we don't want to push south quick. This is great. They are actually moving towards the choke point the way I wanted. So the way we do this now is I said... This tile specifically was my choke point. We want to put someone there or here that can take a hit from basically 1 steel bow and 1 lance without maybe killing. We'll be out of range of the mage. Maybe Fee will be able to keep picking off the mages. Hopefully this works. So Arthur is not the one we want up front. Who's the best bet? Well, Ulster's got a lot of defense with his shield ring. But he might just kill... that's okay. If he gets the kills, that's fine. Just keep that. We could go with the Windblade. Then he would counter the archer as well. Sure, why not? I think he'll be 100% A-okay. Alright, and then... Oh, I didn't put Arthur safe either. My bad. So I should have put someone... I should have either pulled him back further, or I need someone else to guard that as well. Okay, that was a slight misplay, let's say. The next best defense is probably Johan. Can he make it? No. Oifi has... Oh, Oifi has lots of defense. I mean, I wasn't planning on having Oifi get a lot of kills here, but I don't want Shannon... I mean, Shannon's pretty strong. Who would I rather take a hit, Oifi or Shannon? I think Shannon has more long-term viability than Oifi. Also, Dermot's not bad. I don't want to waste the Balmung, so... I'm going to test this out with a normal weapon. No one took any damage yet. I am going to start moving down with these guys, though, so they can help out. Well, I still have the plan. I'm still kind of thinking of using Lester over here, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. So I sort of messed up my choke point a little bit, but this is okay, I think. 12% does still 12 damage. Yeah, I mean, we can take 2 or 3 hits here, no problem. We got some easy pickings for Fee. Everyone's getting stuck over here on the high ground. They must have put that high ground there for this exact reason, right? Alright, he's been hit twice out of 2 hits. If he dies on the next hit, I'm going to be kind of upset. Because he got hit by like a 20% and then a 42%. 2 HP, 1 skill, 1 speed, 1 luck. Even more evasion. Come on. 39. I didn't actually think this would be dangerous for Shanann, but my bad. So that was some risk of death. That was a misplay. I definitely didn't do the math ahead of time like I probably should have. Alright, the mages are getting a bit closer. That's scary. We can always pull back now, is one of the things. So... as long as we don't move forward, we'll stay out of range of the mage. We could have Fee take out one of the healers, which is probably the right play. And then we kill this guy with... we'll pull Shannon back because that was not very smart. This will be fine. And I think we let Dermot get this kill because he should be able to canto out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or I could stop him here if we move Julia. And then next time, Lester actually tanks 2 hits. Well, yeah, 2 hits. No mage. No mage. But one archer will move up to here, probably shoot him. And one lance guy will move up and attack him. Yeah, okay, I think this is fine. We move Julia a little bit just so I've got more room for Dermot. There's no way this is not a kill. I'm 100% sure. I'm not doing a lot of math in today's episode, but I'm also pretty confident that Brave wielding weapons against archers can 1 round when you get 4 attacks. Alright, back up. I think my skirmish strat is not required the way this is going out. So having Lester over here to do mountain skirmishes will be more useful as it turns out. And yeah, I'm still going to kill one of these guys. Yeah, this is overkill, but... oh, wait. I could be stealing gold. 1,000. Oh, that's not worth it. I could be stealing gold, but I'm just going to get it for a kill. I probably could have killed with the Thief's Sword now that I think about it. These healer... 30%! I didn't notice it was a 30%. Oh! Lisa provides a huge evasion bonus. Fair point, game. You got me. My bad. Probably should have gone with a more accurate weapon. Not the Thief's Sword, though. That would have been even worse. Probably should have tried the Slim Sword, I guess. 10%. Also, less weight. Yeah, I should have gone with the Slim Sword. Oops. Oh well, you live, you learn, right? I think the AI is also dumb. They will attack before the commander moves up, so they're not going to get her 30% hit evade bonus. Oh, that's why they attacked Shannon rather than Ulster, because they knew that Ulster would counter with range. Wow. Trollolol just runs away, max range physics. It's not ideal, but it's fine. Oh, now we need skirmishing cav on the right. It's fine. This is... well, they will be able to shoot fire up the side of the mountain, or thunder. I have to be careful with my positioning next turn. Alright, she didn't move all the way up. I might be able to kill her with Fee, but... we'll see. Do I want to do one more round? No. We're going to end the episode here because we're an hour in and I need to rest my throat more often. An hour of talking is still pretty hard on my throat. I like the opening here, but we got to watch out for that. It's only really these tiles. And we're going to have to be very careful with Lisa. She's got a lot of magic and defense. For, well, just for spoiler look. I think we just kill her here, probably. But we'll talk about that next episode. We could kill the mage instead, but getting her authority out of the way would be very nice. So anyway, we'll end the episode here. Thanks for watching. I think I did okay with my voice. I have to be a little bit softer with my voice acting, but overall this was good. I do apologize a little bit for the save scumming, like I mentioned, to get by the last castle, but I think I did it in the best way possible so that you guys didn't lose out on a bunch of content. And you know, since then we've been playing fair is fair, right? I'm trying not to do a lot of save scumming, but this is a pretty difficult old Super Nintendo game for a blind. Well, I don't think in the world of Fire Emblem, I don't think Genealogy is known as a super difficult game. But it does have the difficult only one random number thing, and whenever you're playing semi-blind, you know, you can get surprised, and, you know, being able to reload and try different strategies how you learn, I feel. So I'm not really gonna defend myself too much more, but, you know, that's my plan. So that's my story. I'm sticking to it. Thanks for watching, folks. Hope you've enjoyed. I will see you next time for more Genealogy. Have a great day.